So I'm going to talk about mind-body connection, and homeopathy is one of the many different kinds of energy medicine, which I'm most passionate about. And to go to the basic, our body is prone to keep up the balance. So our body focus on one or the other aspects of the life at the moment, and see this moon and sun thing. So when the sun is the main thing, moon becomes a part of small part of it. So vice versa in the night. An example would be in the morning we have a cortisol going up, so that wakes you up, and while melatonin goes down, so you wake up, and nighttime melatonin goes up so that you get sleepier. And then I can explain how mind affect our body and behavior, and there is a two big nervous system. One is fight or flight. You might have heard of it. It's the work mode going through the workday, and then the other nervous system is relaxing mode, so which is switching up to relaxing during weekend, and brain gut connection. So there is a, from what I've experienced, there is a lot of patients have anxiety and digestive issue at the same time. So there is connection, and lastly, self-affirmed belief or compensatory behavior. If you think you have a rigid personality, your body will tend to freeze up and twitching, for instance. And when you get sick, you might confuse. You are trying to relax, but you are still work mode. Why is that? Because you have a stress. You think you are still under threat or stresses, and difficulty assessing situation and over exaggeration of the reality based on past memory. Example of the trauma. And imagine water as our life, and there is a crazy wave going on related to COVID, and injury and accident happens. Now imagine what would happen to the water to us. So this foamy water wave is ourselves after crazy thing happen, and our body tends to adapt maintain a balance to to maintain the messiness, and our mind we tend to calm our mind using compensatory behavior to the deficit, or relying on medication depending on it. But the thing is, if you are looking inside the water, you cannot get out of it. We tend to give in to the situation and try to manage by taking thumbs for reflex, for instance. And then this is homeopathy. What we are doing is clearing way with the wave energy. We believe impression of the medicinal herb is stay in the liquid, because chemically there is zero concentration, because we keep on diluted until there's nothing left but energy. And we believe that impression in the liquid can become essence of medicine. And this is how we do it. So it's like homeopathy is like finding a matching wavelength. So when you look at the wavelengths, so we have two waves. So matching homeopathic medicine is a mirror image of the source of sickness. So what we are trying to do is treat the source. So when you see this, there is a water droplet. We know that source is coming from this point. So we are trying to matching up. Then what happens? It becomes a zero. So neither wave or neither influence of the medicine left, and we become simple self. So I believe water imagery, I believe this is our, so when we start in the word droplet, and then what happened from the course of treatment is that patient often finds themselves growing up and pursuing their dreams and not hindered by situational constraint like COVID. And lastly, someone I know, some patient that I tried, she said was able to let go of the fear based on past memory, past experiences. And yeah, it's not always a simple process because there is so many waves coming through us, and then we can only reverse the process. Like we can go back to previous balance state before accident or something happened in our life. So yeah, that was my presentation.